Hi everyone, Simon Keeling here. It's Friday 26th of October. Thanks again for watching weatherweb.net. The site to get free of charge by you coming back and using the site regularly, clicking on the adverts, using the charts, using the information that's here. It's that generates the revenue that keeps it free of charge and means we can keep it updated. So thank you for doing that. Hurricane Sandy watch, first of all. This is the latest from the National Hurricane Centre. This is the track that it takes Sandy on. You can see it brings it into the south of New Jersey as a hurricane on Tuesday morning. So still serious considerations for this area of the northeastern part of the states. And if we look at the models, this is the ECMWF valid for midnight on the 30th. So this is midnight on Tuesday morning. You can see here that it's brought it straight in look to southern parts of New Jersey. And if we look at the GFS and just run the sequence through, here is Sandy look, and watch as it progresses northwards. Is it he or a she? Don't know. But watch as it progresses northwards, and the GFS for midnight on Wednesday puts it as a direct hit across New York. It's running a little slower than the ECMWF with it, but it puts it in as a direct hit across New York, and then it holds it offshore look. It actually puts it over New York and then just keeps it there. Doesn't drive it inland. I suspect that the Hurricane Centre, with pulling it inland, are probably nearer the mark, and certainly that's what the ECMWF is showing, and I think we'd lean towards that idea just at the moment. But whatever happens, it's certainly a situation that needs to be watched during the course of the weekend. Close to home then, I've got some new charts on for you. These are current weather charts that you can pick up through WeatherWeb. If you go to current stroke recent, click on the tab there, and then down the left hand side you get various options. I've put the US on there as well, so you can monitor the movement of the hurricane during this weekend and keep your eye on wind speeds. But these temperature charts that are updating hourly, this was this afternoon, you can see that we were still into double figures across the Scilly Isles and Jersey this afternoon, 11 degrees, generally 6s to 8, and it did feel much colder outside and pretty nippy up here across the northern parts of England and through Scotland as well. So temperatures certainly have been falling off during this afternoon, as of course they were predicted to do. Now, as far as the next few days go, well, things do look like they're going to become more unsettled into next week. Let's just go through the ECMWF charts first of all, and this is the chart for midnight tonight. Look, we've got quite a brisk northeasterly flow across eastern coast. This trough here bringing some showers, some wintry showers through eastern Scotland, through eastern parts of England as well. By the time we get through towards Sunday, we've started to see another low develop up towards the north in this northerly flow. Still, we've got this trough just clipping coasts of Kent and also East Anglia, so could be some more showers there. But I think the story through Sunday will be that low moving in, bringing much more unsettled conditions across Scotland, Ireland, northwest England and Wales. Although, as the flow goes into the southwest, I think we are going to find into Monday that conditions warm up a little bit across southern and eastern parts of England. Then into Tuesday, well, a slacker pressure flow through Tuesday, but still a general northerly. Wednesday, Halloween, sees this deep area of low pressure off the west, but this southerly flow look across East Anglia and South East England, so temperatures may well recover here, although it stays cold across Scotland and Ireland and across the western parts of Wales. And then 1st of November, well, that's a typical November pattern, isn't it, with low pressure off the west of Scotland. Southerly flow still bringing milder conditions across East Anglia and the South East, but rain pushing its way eastwards, and that really sets us up for some cool, unsettled Atlantic air to come in by the end of the week and into next weekend. And you can see with the blues there, that's never going to be a particularly warm situation, is it? So I don't think it's going to be particularly cold, at least for most of us it's not going to be cold, but it will be on the cool side, certainly compared to how things have been. And it could be that we see some snow across northern Scotland from time to time as we head into November. There's bonfire night, look, with a complex area of low pressure across Scotland, Ireland as well, rain across here, but again, look, just this bump, this little ridge across the southeast, so hoping for milder conditions here, although not necessarily dry. And just looking at the GFS and the ECMWF, the ECMWF on the left here, the GFS on the right, this is the 7 to 10 day mean of the 500 bar flow, and you can see that we've got below normal heights here valid from next Friday through to the following Monday, below normal heights on both the ECMWF and on the GFS, so we can be pretty confident in the fact that the forecast is going to be turning more unsettled during the week ahead. So let's just get a little bit of detail on that for you. This is the chart as of 1 o'clock this afternoon, 1 o'clock on Friday afternoon, and we'll just work our way through this. We've got high pressure just building into the northwest, look, and a north or northeasterly flow across the country. It's that's bringing the showers down those eastern coasts. You can see them just stuck on there, look. These are going to be wintry overnight, some icy roads across eastern England, but central and western areas should be generally dry with clear skies. Isobars close together though, so a real brisk, bitter north to northeasterly wind across many parts of England during the course of tonight and tomorrow morning, particularly East Anglia in the southeast, where in the morning you can see further showers, and again these could be wintry. To the west though, it should be dry and much brighter, a touch of frost as well through these areas, but thickening cloud getting into northwest Scotland, bringing some rain through the afternoon on Saturday, some of it heavy in the northwest. Richer high pressure for most brings some nice sunny spells. I think some showers though affecting East Anglia and the southeast. And then into overnight to Sunday, we see more persistent rain move through Scotland. This could turn to sleet and snow over higher ground, and gradually that rain slips its way southeast through Sunday. Heaviest of it focused across western parts of Scotland, Ireland, northwest England on Sunday morning, and then through Sunday afternoon it tends to swing its way eastwards, although it's always going to be these western areas that see the wettest, coldest conditions. Towards the east, I think conditions generally are better. And then into Monday, well, a northerly flow returns, so we get rain pushing its way south through Monday. I think quite wet weather across southwest England, possibly coming into the south on Monday morning. But then look, see how that pivots around, look, and brings rain across southeast England during the course of Monday. So it could get some rain across southeast England. Elsewhere, brighter, cooler, sunny spells, showers, another plunge of cold air coming in, or cooler air coming in. And then as we head in towards Tuesday, we'll find some rain brushing through Scotland during the course of the day, but dry down to the south of the country, and similar for Wednesday. By which time we've got this deep low look coming into the west of Scotland, bringing some more persistent rain across western Scotland, northwest England, western Wales and Ireland. More southern and eastern counties tending to stay on the dry side through Wednesday, but you can see how strong the winds are, look. And then through Wednesday afternoon, they're dry Wednesday morning, but then through Wednesday afternoon, look, this rain sweeps its way eastwards. This introduces colder air behind. Snow showers across Scotland and the west of Ireland. Some really windy, cold conditions are potentially there for late on Wednesday and Thursday as well. Look, Thursday brings in these cold northwesterly winds, rain again affecting many western areas, central and eastern parts generally on the drier side, but still quite windy with the low pressure centred out there in the North Sea, and it stays that way as we head in towards the end of the week and into next weekend as well, with this north to northwesterly flow. And the big question then becomes, of course, what happens as we head into the week after? Do we see further areas of low pressure coming in, which is what the GFS is starting to show here, with those areas of low pressure coming in, still in that northerly flow? And I tend to think that we probably will. So we'll stay on the cooler side, we'll stay fairly unsettled, and temperatures probably varying quite a bit. So we see a down turning temperatures through some days, but then an upturn on other days, but it never really is very warm, it's never very bitterly cold, but certainly temperatures typically in the days between about 6 and 10 degrees. So hopefully that's been useful for you. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to check out the current weather reports at WeatherWeb, as well as all the usual charts, and just a reminder, we're completely free of charge because of the adverts around the screen and by you coming back and visiting the site. So once again, thanks for watching, and keep the sun shining.